Have you ever wondered why people lie? From small white lies to major deceptions, lying is something almost everyone does. In fact, psychological research suggests that the average person lies more often than they realize. But why do people lie, even when they know it's wrong? The answer isn't always simple. Sometimes people lie to protect themselves. Sometimes they lie to protect others. And in some cases, lying becomes a habit that is difficult to break. In this video, we'll explore the psychology behind lying and uncover the most common reasons people choose deception over honesty. Stay tuned. One of the biggest reasons people lie is fear. Many lies are born from the desire to avoid punishment, embarrassment, criticism, or rejection. Imagine a student who fails an exam but tells their parents they passed. The lie isn't necessarily about being dishonest. It's often about avoiding the emotional consequences of disappointing someone important. Psychologists call this avoidance behavior. People lie because they believe the truth will bring negative outcomes. The greater the perceived threat, the greater the temptation to lie. Humans care deeply about how others perceive them. This is known as impression management. People often exaggerate achievements, hide mistakes, or present themselves in a more favorable light. Someone may claim they are more successful, wealthier, or happier than they actually are. Social media has amplified this tendency. Many people carefully curate their online lives to create an ideal version of themselves. These lies are often motivated by a desire for acceptance, admiration, or social status. Not all lies are selfish. Sometimes people tell what psychologists call prosocial lies. These are lies intended to protect someone else's feelings. For example, "Your presentation was great. I love the gift. No, you don't look tired." Although these statements may not be entirely truthful, they are often motivated by kindness rather than personal gain. This creates an interesting moral dilemma. Is a lie acceptable if it prevents emotional pain? People who struggle with self-esteem sometimes lie to compensate for feelings of inadequacy. They may invent achievements, exaggerate experiences, or create false stories to appear more impressive. Deep down, these lies are often attempts to gain validation and acceptance. The irony is that the more someone relies on deception to build confidence, the more difficult it becomes to develop genuine self-worth. For some people, lying becomes automatic. Over time, repeated deception can develop into a habit. These individuals may lie even when there is no obvious benefit. Research suggests that frequent lying can reduce feelings of guilt, making future lies easier to tell. The brain gradually becomes desensitized to dishonesty. This doesn't mean all habitual liars are malicious. In many cases, the behavior has simply become deeply ingrained. Lying is actually more mentally demanding than telling the truth. When someone lies, the brain must create a false story, remember the truth, keep the lie consistent, and monitor the listener's reaction. This process requires significant cognitive effort. That's why deceptive individuals may sometimes display signs of mental strain, such as hesitation, inconsistency, or over-explanation. However, there is no single body language cue that reliably. While lies may provide temporary relief, they often come with long-term consequences. Broken trust, damaged relationships, and emotional stress are common outcomes of repeated dishonesty. Trust is one of the most valuable currencies in human relationships, and once it is lost, rebuilding it can be difficult. The truth is that lying is a deeply human behavior. People lie out of fear, insecurity, self-protection, kindness, or habit. Understanding why people lie doesn't excuse dishonesty, but it helps us understand the psychological forces behind it. The next time someone tells a lie, the real question may not be, why are they being dishonest? Instead, ask yourself, what are they trying to protect? Because behind many lies is a hidden emotion waiting.